Howdy, folks. Time for halftime fun. Woohoo! Before we check out the action at hand, first order of business, the NBA has lots of bright lights, maybe too bright for some.
Speaking of bright, Ernie, can we wear sunglasses on the set? You know, I'm looking at
The Hornets, a very close game so far.
total team effort. Instead of 5 starters, it's like they've got 7 or 8 guys getting it done. That's how good the reserves have.
Thanks for joining us. Now let's toss it to...
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. Nice game. Great performance by the Wizards.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
And, Brent, you've seen the way the game has grown over the years. The skill level of the league is higher than ever.
Yeah, the talent level, Kevin, that is on display on a nightly basis in this league is staggering. But a lot of kids out there watching what's going on, and they're going to push this game even further. How exciting is that?
Brandon Miller out there with the Wizard. Then it's Mark Williams. Then it's Trey Lyles. And it's Okogie in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. To the inside. Here's Middleton, and he banks in the layup. Middleton's got 14 points for the game.
That is tough, watching Middleton find some kind of shooting window there and then knocking it down.
The Wizard passes to Okogie. Here's the drive. Pass to the Wizard. The 3. Rebound, Washington. Champagne's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Here's Carrington. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. On the triple.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Knocks it loose. And fast break now for the Hornets. Here's Okogie. And he lays it up and in. And the Hornets lead by 3.
Yeah, some poise under pressure there. Okogie refusing to let the D dictate his shot selection.
Brogdon outside. Pass to Champagnie. And Middleton now atop the key. Rebound by Williams. Hornets leading by 3. Here's the Wizard. And the 3-ball is good. 16 points for him.
It seems as if someone got their signals crossed. If he can wind up that open from 3-point range, I'm sure that was not a part of the game.
Strong will pass to Middleton. 6 to shoot. Good left side. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Well, we're into the third quarter, just over 2.5 minutes played. Here's the Wizard. Good. And Miller gets the assist. And now a 9-point Hornets lead.
Defensively, they've been flat in this second half. A very different type of team than we saw in the first.
A great 1-2 punch. Beautiful pass and nasty jam.
Oh, man, nice jam from Middleton. The veteran swingman understands when to go after dunks like that.
So an almost entirely new group in now for Charlotte. Green, he's checked in for Williams. Ball comes in for Josh Okogie. LaMelo Ball, he's checked in for Brandon Miller. Hornets. But he's always found a way to contribute.
Well, I think coaches appreciate, Kevin, the way that Malcolm plays the game in terms of his efficiency. They can always use that ability out there. A guy who makes solid decisions with the ball and is a knockdown shooter with high percentage.
So a whole new group on the floor now for Charlotte. So the Wizards 5 right now. Gill is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Marcus Smart. Then it's Corey Kispert. And it's Jones in at the 2. Jones, no luck. Hornets have gone an outstanding 4 of 5 from the field in the fourth quarter so far. The Wizard passes to Williams. 4-on-3 break. Here's Smart. Slam dunk by Smart. the Wizard, guarded by Smart. Here's the Wizard. No good on the triple. Wizards trail by 4. Middleton the pass to Gill.
Yeah, easy call.
And let's take a moment here to get your guys' take on scoring so far for Charlotte.
The three-pointers and how well they're able to shoot them. You wonder if they can keep it up, and boy, have they.
And I feel like another part of tonight's game has been the hustle points, getting up and down, getting second chances, getting transition opportunities. They've been fantastic in that area.
Miles check in for Smith. Hornets leading by 3. Here's the Wizard on the wing, Williams. There's Miller with the 3. Hits it from three-point range.
A huge reason Miller went so high in the draft. His three-point stroke. It's exactly what you want in a win.
Here's Middleton. Rebound by Kogi. Hornets have gone 5 of 7 from the field since the beginning of the 4th. Strong work at that end of the floor. Here's the Wizard. And the layup is good. The Wizards got 21.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. They need his points, and he's producing.
And it's Brian Keefe calling timeout here. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Wizards making a switch here. Champagne's checked in. It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks, guys. I was able to catch what Brian Keefe told his team during that break. They were asking the team to play faster, push the ball. Coach told his players, hey, look, in this league, fast break points are the easiest. We need more of them. Good with that. Kevin?
All right, thank you, David. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the 4th. Pass to Middleton. Brogdon outside. Saar sets the screen for Brogdon. Middleton the pass to Saar. And Saar pulls it down.
Huge basket from the big fella Saar. This rookie is fearless.
We've got 1:13 left in the 4th. Williams a screen. The Wizard being hit. And so it's Brogdon with it. He brings it up for the Wizards. It falls! And that shot brings them to within just 1.
Whoa, the nerves on this guy.
Not backing down from this moment here. When the game is close, he kicks it up.
Here's the Wizard. They can't stop the run with that one.
And you know, it's almost as if he wore himself out with that performance in the last quarter. He hasn't had nearly the same kind of energy in this one.
And looks like the illegal kick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
I think we'll see them burn the clock a bit here.
Yeah, smart move.
Stuart Kobe, now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. The Wizard and the Hornets miss again.
Well, after an impressive first half, he's just not been able to get the room or get anything going here in the second.
Here's Middleton.
Got it! Middleton proving again how clutch he is for this basketball team. Big shot there.
And timeout is called by Charles Lee. And he knows there's no room for mistakes. He wants everyone on the same page. Guys, what are their best options now?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
And sometimes not just what a coach draws up, but who...
As he drains the game winner.
Unbelievable.
Hoskin sees Charlotte. Way to bring the effort tonight.
pay the bills, baby. Tough game tonight. Lock in.
And he's about to tear it up.
Yo, I was thinking we hit that Korean barbecue spot after the game.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah,
Sounds
it's open,
legit, man.
It's open late, too. Hey, what's up? Everything good?
I'm guessing by the look on your face, you know what I'm here to talk about.
Somebody gonna fill me in?
Show 'em.
Oh, I know he didn't say that. About you? He about to unleash the dragon on that boy, I'm telling you.
Before we go unleashing any dragons, I would like you to seriously consider the impact your words will have on your teammates and the organization.
No. You just think about how your teammates are going to love it when you call this dude out and you back it up.
You are an amazing player, clearly MP, but some things don't work out that way.
They do if you're MP, okay? All due respect, Donna, my client right here knows how to compete.
Hey, just let her talk for a second, Patrick.
Okay, floor's yours.
Responding to something like this will put a target on your back. You are familiar with the concept of bulletin board material?
Of course.
Trash talk is fun. I get that. But when you make it public, it can fire up the other team. And it can anger your teammates if you can't back it up. You're a tremendous player, MP, but this is the NBA. Everyone is extremely talented, and some things don't work out the way you want them to.
Look. On the other hand, if you put that bozo in his place after calling your shot, that's something all teammates will love. Okay, look, I may not be in the NBA, but I understand the psychology of sports, okay?
And that's also true.
Thank you. So what are you gonna do, man?
Don't worry about it. I got this. I got it.
So?
I hit him with a professional and a polite, no comment.
You made the right choice.
Hey, don't look so sad, P. You know I'm still gonna go out there and cook him. Light work, man.
My man.
Type, right? All right, man. I'm out of here.
Get ready to light it.
opportunity for these guys to get loose, find the range. We're almost at game time, folks. Hi, and thanks for joining us on 2K Sports NBA action. It's coming up. I'm Brian Anderson, and joining me at the table, Richard Jefferson and Grant Hill. We've also got Allie LaForce bringing us reports. All right, let's check out the injury report. 5 players unavailable tonight.
5 players unavailable tonight. A lot of minutes and shots to go around.
All right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Hield to the sharpshooting backcourt. Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. And it's Moody in at the 3 spot. And for the Hornets, they've got Williams. Josh Okogie is out there with LaMelo Ball. And it's the Wizard in at the 2 spot. Well, this last stretch of the season could be the final NBA games for some of the aging stars in the league. Grant, when did you know it was time?
Well, you know, B.A., I made it 19 years in the league. And at 40 years old, I was kind of happy to be done. But I hope that all the guys retiring this year have the same closure I had.
And one of the ongoing storylines for MP this season, he's made it known that he is extremely focused on making a statement with his offense.
Well, MP challenged himself to be a better scorer, but he'd be the first to tell you that he's fallen short of his own expectations. Regardless, his goal remains the same. And maybe a good game tonight is all he needs to turn things around.
The playmaking of Hill, it's really improved over the years.
The Wizards shot is on. And the Warriors with possession, coming off that win against the Sixers.
Most of the arena was totally against them, but they looked inward, trusted each other, and made good plays.
Even with all that noise, when they had the ball, it never rattled them. Their offense was in tune like it was a home game.
Here's Okogie, following the score by Golden State. They set the pick. Ball against Hield, the Wizard. It's good, and the assist that time from Ball.
Defensively, you have to stay connected to him on the perimeter.
And given LaMelo Ball is 6'7", how does this give him an advantage in his position game?
Well, B.A., he's able to score on smaller guards, as well as see over them and find his teammates. His height and quick decision-making are real weapons.
Here's the Wizard, coming in off 21 points in his last outing. And Charlotte, another 3.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
Now here's Moody. He's coming off a 13-point game against the 76ers in Philadelphia. Curry gets the bucket.
The better shooter you are, the quicker you become. Curry makes it so hard to guard him in these little moments. He slips past the defense.
And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
I caught up with Coach Charles Lee, and we spoke about how he plans to deal with the three-point king, Stephen Curry. He said the biggest challenge, honestly, it's not the shooting, it's the playmaking. Steph is an incredible passer, so you can't double-team him. He'll find the open man. As always, it's not easy facing Steph. Brian?
Okay, thank you, Allie. Now here's Curry. Last game, he had 28 points. Here's Green. Moody from outside. The shot no good. Charlotte leading by 5. The 3 from Ball. Nails it from 3.
Outstanding long-range shooting here early. They already have hit multiple shots from downtown.
Curry passes to Moody. There's the triple. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Curry. Moody's got 5 points.
Man, this is just fun. These teams are trading threes back and forth.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Warriors trail by 5. Pass to Hield. Fires for 3. Williams grabs the board.
Shocking that he just bricked that one. The defense got real lucky there.
Here's the Wizard. Off target with the 3.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
And Grant, despite the Warriors' success over the last decade, it hasn't always been this way for this franchise.
Yeah, they didn't have many winning seasons before they got Steph, Clay, and Dre. And you know, BA, from 1978 to 2012, they made the playoffs just 6 times.
Now here's Green. No made baskets yet. 1:02 left now in the first quarter. Ball against Hield. Ball no good.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
Tough to watch those miss. I'm sure they'll convert the next chance.
Green, the pass to Kuminga. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Moody. And here's Curry for 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
And he's going for the oop here. Up high and down it goes on the lob.
And how sweet was that play?
Pinpoint pass, set up the alley-oop flush. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Moody from outside. It's rebounded by Charlotte. Williams has got his 5th rebound in this one. Pass to the Wizard. 3-pointer. Rebounded by Green.
Just hasn't found much consistency from the floor, but his teammates have picked up the slack.
Hield finds Curry. Let's go with a 3. Oh, at the buzzer! Wow!
I didn't think he was going to get it off in time. Oh, wow.
Talk about being poised under.
And so, lots of scoring in a competitive first quarter. The Warriors on top. They're up. Charlotte ends up going with a new group. And the Warriors will go with a different look here. Green's checked in for Looney. Kuminga comes in for Jackson Davis. Hield's checked in for Podziemski. And it's Curry in for Spencer. Hield has bounced around for a while now, but he's still a deadly shooter, Richard.
Hield is the definition of a shooter for hire. He's a mercenary. When he's on the floor, he's looking to pull up from deep. That's what he's paid to do. He's been an elite shooter his whole career.
Mark Williams out there with Josh Okogie. Then there's Malachi Flynn. Then it's Green. And it's the Wizard in at the shooting guard position. That's the Hornets 5. Hield passes to Curry. From deep. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Williams has got rebound number 7 tonight. The 3-ball. The Wizards shot is on. The Warriors lead by 9. All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Thanks, guys. Well, the Wizard in their last time out against the Wizards was outstanding. He tallied 21 points, and he was red hot from beyond the arc, raining down a ton of threes. He stepped up his game tonight, and you could tell his teammates loved seeing him go to work. Guys?
Yeah, got it. We saw him play in attack mode the other day. We'll see if he can keep it up in this one.
You know, I think he can. A repeat performance should be no problem for him.
I don't know. After you put up numbers like that, I think the defense starts paying a little bit more attention to you, so it might be different.
And the Wizard gets it to go.
He's been dropping them in from downtown since the tip. 3 triples in the first quarter, 2 more since.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Green with a screen on Green. Moody misses.
See, that miss right there, it's why teams try to avoid the mid-range jumper these days.
The Wizard passes to Flynn. Here's the Wizard. This one for 3. The rebound by Moody. 1 second left. And no good. And so it's the Golden State Warriors with a 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. Their work from distance has been impressive, and it's put them in this lead right now. We'll be back in a moment.
Happy to have you with us. Let's bring you up to speed on the winners of the Player of the Month awards. The Western Conference winner, Luka Doncic.
We saw plenty of Luka magic over this stretch. He is quite simply must-see 2K TV. And not just here in the U.S. He's an international icon, kind of like you, Shaq.
I know you don't know what that feels like, Kenny, but...
Turning back now to our game, lots of positives in that first half for the Golden State Warriors.
They're giving a...
And that'll do it for us. Thanks for stopping by. We'll head back down to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. Stephen Curry having a dominant impact in this game.
Yeah, they've done an amazing job of creating room to operate for him. And then, of course, executing.
I like how they came into this one with a game plan, and they're just going out and executing it. Terrific job.
And so in the game for the Warriors, Kuminga plays the 4 with Draymond sliding up to the 5. Curry and Hield to the sharp shooting backcourt. And it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. All right, Greg, give it to us straight here. What's the deal with star treatment in the NBA?
Star treatment? What is that, B.A.? No, I think some players have a reputation which might help them on 50-50 calls. And you could argue that some players have a reputation that hinders them on the 50-50 calls. So it really just all depends.
Here's the Wizard. 18 points for him. It's tipped. Moody on the wing. Close in. Moses Moody.
Unleashes the bounce pass. An accurate assist.
And it's Charles Lee calling timeout here. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. Diabate's checked in for Charlotte. Pass to the Wizard from deep. Charlotte again missing. The Warriors lead by 8. Curry looking it over. Fires the 3. Easy money for Stephen Curry.
And this is how he shines. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
Yeah, you got to know where he is at all times, especially when he's running around the perimeter ready to fire.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
You know, when you look around the league at the young players, Kuminga is one of the stars.
It's hard to ignore the work that he's done in his young career. Already a part of a championship team. There is no doubt he's blossoming into a star in this league. We've got to keep an eye out for him.
And he gets the bucket.
No, he's been locked all the way in from the floor, and he's the #1 reason why they're winning right now.
Pass to Diabate. Here's the Wizard. The 3. And again, Charlotte with the triple.
All 5 of the last buckets they've given up have been from downtown.
Outside Moody. Just under 2.5 minutes into this third quarter now. Curry, no good.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's the Wizard. No good with the triple.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Pass to Green. On the wing, Curry. Outside Moody. 3-pointer. And the Wizard pulls it down. Hornets trail by 7. The 3 is up. Rebounded by Green. The Warriors have gone 3 of 7 here in this third quarter. Now Moody. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
First trip to the line. First. We've got a timeout called by Charles Lee. No doubt he's going to utilize the opportunity to make sure they're all on the same page here. Fourth quarter just getting started. 1 minute in the books. Pass to Looney. Back to Jackson Davis. Looney with the ball. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Mark Williams.
There's no debate there. He got hammered.
And guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Warriors.
Look, they're getting good looks inside. It's been a point of emphasis all night long, but I love this hard-nosed attitude of this team.
And also, attacking in transition has been working for them. We credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
Okogie's checked in for Ball. The Warriors also with a sub. Spencer's checked in for Knox. They've got Josh Okogie. Ball is out there with Mark Williams. And it's Salon in at the 4. That's the Hornets 5. Good on the second one.
And they need to play good defense here. That trip to the line helped and hurt.
And here's Curry for 3. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass the ball. To the paint. And Williams punches it home.
The playmaking ability of Ball. So crafty and skilled at finding his guys.
And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter. Here's Curry. Curry at the rim.
And this is just typical of him. Always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
Yep, count it. Great game for him. Double-double now. And so it's Curry with it. He brings it up for the Warriors. Pass to Looney. Now here's Jackson Davis. To the inside. Stolen by Ball. Outside, Williams. Here's the Wizard. Ball outside. Here's the Wizard. It's good. And the assist that time from Ball. Ball's got his 5th assist in this one. All right, let's take a look at the energy stats. How the hustle game has been going for the Hornets.
They've been defending with excellent anticipation all game long. Just look at how many times they've managed to get their hands on the ball.
And we also got to talk about the number of points they've scored in transition. Just jumping all over the opposition in this regard.
And the Warriors making a change here. Green's checked in for Looney. Jonathan Kuminga comes in for Jackson Davis. Moody's checked in for Payton. And Hield is subbed in for Podziemski. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Steve Kerr had to say to the team. Coach delivered some inspiration for his team. He said, quote, "We're inches away from it. Do you feel it? I feel it. This is ours if we want it." Back to you, Ryan.
Appreciate the report, Allie. The Wizard passes the ball. Here's Okogie. There's a minute 40 left in the fourth quarter. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Okogie's got 4 points now in the quarter. Warriors trail by 4. Up top, Curry puts it up from 12. Williams grabs the board. Williams has got 13 rebounds in the game. Glass heating. The Wizard passes to Williams. Here's the Wizard. Taps up a 3. Rebounded by Green. Launches it from deep. Curry with another miss. Charlotte leading by 4. There's 57 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. There's the Wizard. Down to 5 in the shot clock. There's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
A great job to establish position and square up.
Now the Warriors with it. Here's Curry. That won't go either for Curry. And now they decide to foul intentionally. Well, if they score here, they could effectively end this one.
Yeah, and their main objectives right now are taking care of the rock and using some time. I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
Yeah, I would just strategize for a guy who can make a pass or a play like this right in your face.
He drops the first one, and that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both, and it's an 8-point ball game. And so it's Golden State with it. And he gets it to go off the front iron. 20 seconds left in the fourth. And now we've got an intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Well, he wanted that one to go. Philly comes up empty, missing both. Time called here. The Warriors decide to talk it over. 19 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Turning here to our analyst. What elements become the primary keys at this point?
The game's not quite done yet, but they need points right away.
We've seen teams come back from this before. Smart to take the timeout and get everybody focused on exactly what needs to be done.
Hield from outside. He connects! What a beautiful shot! Brings him within 3!
This is why you turn to Hield. What a huge moment for him there.
Yeah, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
So the first one drops. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Right side Hield. 4-3. He's off on that one. And so the big win by Charlotte in a tight game. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Grant Hill, Richard Jefferson, and Allie LaFleur.
They really thought they had a chance tonight.
MP, you my dog and all, look, but you can't let people talk crazy about you like that. You gotta stand up for yourself. Come on, my dog.
Great win tonight, MP.